Hello YouTube! So, we're a flower, kind of forgot which flower, and we're about to learn a new ability, so... and we're probably gonna get some more seminars. We got two in the last episode, both really interesting actually, so... let's see. Life mostly involves going out and entangling yourself with others, but I want to show you another way of getting mixed up. And that's dancing. To dance you move in a pattern, not towards anywhere in particular, and make yourself the destination, and to enjoy never quite arriving. Dancing always makes two, but the more the merrier. Everything dances a little differently, so try doing it with different things. Okay. Oh, and then you can dance. It's really interesting. A new calla lily that's the species of plant I am apparently. Oh, and by dancing you can create more. Okay, that's interesting. Because I want to be a truly large group of something, and if I can just be a large group of plants, then... No, I don't want to autoplay. It was 8, right? 7? Okay, well, I forgot which control it was already. Stupid me. Oh. Okay.
What I would call a kind of a basic problem we've got to go through first is to understand that there are no such things as things. That is to say, separate things. That is only a way of talking. And if you can understand this, the problems. I once asked a group of high school children, what do you mean by a thing? And first of all, they gave me all sorts of synonyms. They said it's an object, which is simply another word for a thing. It doesn't tell you anything about what you mean by a thing. And finally, a very smart girl who was in the group said a thing is a noun. And she was quite right.
I'm going to turn these off because my frame rate is naturally quite low. I'm playing on a laptop.
Isn't a part of nature, it's part of speech. There are no nouns in the physical world. There are no separate things in the physical world either. See, the physical world is wiggly. The clouds, mountains, trees, people are all wiggly. And only when human beings get working at things, they build buildings in straight lines and try and make out that the world isn't really wiggly. But here...
Yeah, okay. I'm going to do this before the next episode. I'm going to turn off these constant disasters because they're annoying.
We're sitting in this room all built on straight lines, but each one of us is as wiggly as all get out.
You know what? I'm just gonna do it right away. I don't much prefer to use settings, but... yeah. I don't much prefer to use settings, honestly, like... Ooh, lizard. But, yeah. But yeah, if there's no other way, then yeah. So be it. I am a gecko. The first reptile I see in this series. Hey! A ring. Now this makes sense to roll, I guess. But yeah. Honestly, I feel like that lecture, the one about like nouns being this kind of human invention, I think it's really interesting because in a sense it's true and in a sense it's not true. Things are all connected, although there is a certain separateness of them. Like maybe the fine line down to the atom level where I end, or where the chestnut tree or the maple tree I can see from my window where they end, is not as fine as you might think. But in a sense they're still separate, you know? I'm a whole bunch of grasses now. But in a sense they're still separate, you know? It's kind of weird how we try to define and categorize it. But in a sense it's, you know, especially when you go with species and such, you don't really actually have that. Okay, I'm a pitchfork. Yeah. In a sense, that's kind of not a thing that actually exists. You know, like the way we categorize things. But there's still like, although the lines dividing it are kind of wiggly, there are still certain molecules at this moment that are definitely part of me, and there are certain molecules that are definitely not part of me. Now, within my gut and on my skin, there is a certain, is this part of Steven or is this not part of Steven? But for the most part, yeah, we are, I would say quite clearly, either human, like I would say that there is a certain clear separateness. Now I'm gonna go up to that wooden church over there. Funny, that's a type of church that I believe was popular in Scandinavia for a while, in like the Middle Ages. It's really funny how many things they try to put in here to kind of make it seem more whole. Oh, apparently first I can talk to it and then I'm gonna be it. No, I'm just gonna be it right away. And now I'm just gliding over the landscape. Yes, I am an old church. I think that's a good way of putting it. But yeah, that's kind of gonna do it for this episode. See you guys later.